God, this is a doozy. I swear my life feels like a movie right now. Sorry for the weird formatting. I'm on mobile, and this is my first time posting on a sub like this. I 28 am planning on proposing to my girlfriend of 3 years 26. Now, I suck at picking out jewelry. I'm the type of guy that doesn't see a problem with heart-shaped jewelry. Seriously, why is it considered so ugly? So every time I want to buy something for my girl, I usually consult one of our mutual friends. My girl's best friends are all friends with me as well, and we all get along well. So asking them for help picking out jewelry is something I'm used to. When it came time to pick out a ring, I consulted my girlfriend's best friend Justine, fake name. Justine and I are quite close and she knows my girlfriend better than anyone, including me. So, when my girlfriend went out to visit her sister and baby nephew, I invited Justine over to the house to help pick out a ring. Justine and I looked through a few catalogs, but decided it was a dead end and it would be better to go to professionals at a jewelry store. However, I didn't know when my girlfriend would be coming home, so Justine and I thought of a clever text to gauge how much time we had. I asked her when she'd be coming home, as I was ordering takeout, and wanted to know when to tell them to have the food ready by. She responded by saying it would be a few hours. She met up with Justine to go shopping. Now, obviously this took me by surprise since Justine was standing inside my house. I showed Justine the text, and she looked as confused as I was. It isn't out of the ordinary for my girlfriend to meet up with people out of the blue like that for shopping, lunch, etc. She's a very spontaneous person and loves making plans on the fly. So ordinarily, I would have believed this text in a heartbeat. However, obviously this had to be a lie. When she came home, she acted completely normal, and I played along, but it's been really hard to act like everything's fine. We got takeout, ate together, and cuddled on the couch after. So far, she's caught on a little that something's upsetting me, but I just can't tell her what. Looking at her kills me. I don't know what to do. My girlfriend and I have zero trust issues, and we tell each other everything. So this lie is killing me. I want to ask her about it so bad, but if I tell her I knew she was lying, I'd have to explain why, and I really don't want to do that. What do I do? I know she lied to me, but I don't know how to confront her about it. Should I just forget it? This won't stop gnawing at me. Please help. Edit. I'm sorry for the lack of responses. It's been a hectic day, and there's a lot of comments. Thank you to everyone who has commented so far. I appreciate them all. Edit number 2. Sorry again for the lack of responses, guys. It's really been a crazy day. My parents are moving, and I've been helping them. Also, I've never experienced this many comments on a post in my life. I'm going to talk to her tonight once we're both finally settled in after such a busy day, and I will update tomorrow. Update. I met my wife in 2009, and we tied the knot in 2013. She was 18 when we crossed paths, while I was 29 at the time. Now, she's 33 and I'm 44. Together, we have 4 children aged 13, 12, 9, and 5. Throughout our years together, she's been a stay-at-home mom, never having to work or handle any bills. Over time, I noticed her engaging in flirtatious conversations with other men on multiple occasions, but I never had concrete suspicions of physical infidelity. However, things took a turn at the beginning of 2022 when I stumbled upon messages from a new guy who claimed to be enlisted in the Army and heading to boot camp. Despite her assurances that she had no intention of seeing him, come April 2022, she returned home from a weekend at her friend's place with visible hickeys on her neck. It turned out the guy had taken leave after boot camp, and their plan was to rendezvous at her friend's residence. A heated argument ensued between us, leading her to obtain a protection from abuse (PFA) order against me, resulting in my removal from our home. Subsequently, the guy left her friend's house to visit his father nearby. Following my arrest in front of our kids, she brought him back to our house and engaged in intimate encounters in our bed. Once his leave was over, he returned to his base, and my wife failed to attend the permanent PFA hearing. She later pleaded for my return, and though I went back, tensions rose due to her ongoing communication with the guy, who was scheduled for another leave in the summer. Frustrated, I reached out to his military base, expressing my discontent about his adultery with my wife and warning of repercussions if he visited our home. Consequently, he ended up at our neighbor's house, prompting my wife to take our kids and move next door. Despite the comfortable life we provided for our children, including their own rooms and the latest gadgets. My wife opted to relocate with them to our neighbors. In this new setting, they lacked personal space, sleeping on couches and floors. My wife, who has no income, chose to uproot them. Meanwhile, she maintained physical relations with me and continued to fetch necessities from our place. The guy managed to stay there for 2 weeks by avoiding me entirely. Additionally, a no trespassing order, signed by our shared landlord, prevented me from intervening. Several weeks later, she discovered she was pregnant and given my vasectomy post-birth of our youngest child. I knew the child was not mine. The baby arrived 9 months later, and I took our dog and got an apartment. She frequented my apartment, bringing the kids along, before heading back to our neighbors with them. I raised the issue of adultery with the army, resulting in the guy's discharge. He relocated near my wife's mother, leading to me facing new charges for threatening him, with bail conditions barring proximity to him or my wife. Despite these events, my wife has yet to seek divorce, intermittently contacting me for her convenience. Currently, our children reside with my mother-in-law, as my wife struggles to support them. The aftermath of these tumultuous events resulted in me losing my job, a new car, and our home, and recently the apartment, compelling us to live with our respective parents. Despite the chaos, she fails to acknowledge her role, shifting all the blame onto me. Currently still have pending charges and SICE is now involved. Is this really all my fault? Sure, I have fault, but she denies anything is her fault. I'm sorry, all my fault.